Am I ever not gonna have some bizarre story?
Here we go. Hey guys, it's Marissa. If you are new to my channel, make sure that you go ahead and hit subscribe, or there's like a bell or something. I don't know if you want to be notified of new updates, because apparently I am not ever going to run out of bizarre stories to share with you. I'm assuming at this point you've already read like the headline of the video, and I will promise you it's definitely not clickbait. So for those of you who don't know me, like I said, my name is Marissa. I have a brother named Brandon. He's 3 years younger than me. I have my mom and I have my dad. We've also got Bodhi and a new puppy, but that's a different story. So this year for Christmas, as probably a lot of people did, we ordered the 23andMe genetic testing, health testing, and ancestry all in one package together. We were super excited. We got the package, opened it on Christmas morning, spit in the tube, and off our results went. I'll be honest, like most of the reason we were looking forward to doing it is for the health portion of it, because we were reading that you can find certain genetic markers. There's autoimmune diseases that run in my family. If you didn't know, my brother, Brandon, has type 1 diabetes. So we were all kind of curious, like, where did that come from? Sure enough, a couple of weeks later, my dad got his results. Nothing too interesting. He has the marker for celiac disease, which is related to type 1 diabetes. So sorry, Brandon, you got it from dad. So then my mom's results came in. We were all very excited to find out she's got a pretty clean bill of health. We were able to learn a little bit about where her relatives came from in Germany and over in Europe. And so we thought that was the end of the story. Yesterday, I woke up to find an email in my inbox from 23andMe that said, hey, your results are ready. So I log on first thing in the morning, so excited to find out what they have to tell me. Come to find out, I also have the marker for celiac disease. Thanks, Dad. And I started clicking through the tabs at the top of the screen to go through all the different results that they had provided about my relatives. So come to find out, my mom is my mom, my dad is my dad. I'm not adopted. Now, my entire life, you know how you go to those conferences, or you're in class and you go around the room and they make you tell a fun fact about yourself. My entire life, all 27 years, my fun fact has been that I don't have any cousins, because that's crazy. People are like, how do you not have any cousins? I said, well, my aunts and uncles never reproduce. People are always blown away to find out that my brother and I don't have any cousins. Well, I guess we didn't have any cousins that we knew of. So I click on this profile and it turns out we have a 16% identical DNA. And I have no idea who this is. I look on her bio and it says, I was born in X year in Florida. I'm looking for my father or any paternal information. What? So I guess I should give you a little backstory. My mom, born in 1959, had one brother who was 5 years younger than her. Unfortunately, I never got to meet him. He was 23 years old when he passed away, actually here in Polk County, due to a diving accident. He was a commercial diver. Unfortunately, his mask came off and he passed away. So long story short, I find this girl's information. I send her a text at 8:30 in the morning on a Thursday saying, hi, you don't know me. I'm your first cousin. And by the way, I know who your daddy is. Imagine that. Of course, immediately she texts me back and we spend the entire day piecing together how exactly are we related. Eventually, we found out what happened. So it turns out her mom, my uncle, met up during a senior trip, had relations, which resulted in a child that nobody knew about. The two of them went their separate ways. My uncle passed away. Her mom raised her, never was able to tell her who her father was. She's gone all 31 years of life having no idea who her father is, where he is, or anything about him. I know, it's crazy, right? So finally, I was able to give her the answers. I was able to send her photos of my uncle, tell her his story. We pieced together the timeline between her mom and my uncle. I was able to tell her who our grandparents were. Like, my grandparents didn't know they had another grandkid. So I was able to tell her everything. I told her all about my grandfather, him serving in the Korean War, my grandmother living in Las Vegas, and now I have a cousin. My mom has a niece. She's gone 59 years and never knew she had a niece who's in Florida and has a beautiful family and two beautiful children. And so that's the story. We went into it looking for health issues. We came out with an entire new family member. She found her father, and I really only thought this kind of stuff happened in the movies. So because she lives in Florida, we're, talking about possibly meeting up. I've got photos that I've pulled out that I want to send her, a bunch of articles, some stuff of her dad's that my mom has, and wow. I'm just really glad that she was able to find that peace, and it sounds like she was very grateful to be able to have any kind of answers. So it kind of turned out in a great scenario, I suppose. I'm still having trouble processing it. My mom is still having trouble processing it, and I can only imagine my new cousin is too. I texted her, I said, I'm going to have a new fun fact. Like, I can't use that anymore. So I would love to hear any kind of stories that you guys have. I have people blowing up my inbox saying, like, what did you find out? You've got to tell us. And then they've been sharing their results. They didn't know that they were like a certain ethnicity, or there's other stories, I'm sure, of people being reunited with family members. I mean, it pulled up like a bunch of second, third, fourth, fifth cousins, but a first cousin with 16% matching DNA. I wasn't expecting that. So one other thing that I wanted to share with you, if you are doing the 23andMe kit, I'm going to put a link in the description box if you want the exact kit that we got with like the health portion and the ancestry part all together. It's definitely worth going above and beyond, because what I found is you can actually export your what they call raw data, and it's like 900 pages of like chromosomes and DNA and a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. But I'll also put in the description box some other websites, some like third-party websites that you can upload that data to, and it goes into so much detail. I found out that fortunately I have a very low risk of breast cancer and Alzheimer's. Of course, I have a very high risk of diabetes given that Brandon has it. There was just so many really cool things that I was able to learn from this kit, in addition to the secret family members. But the health portion stuff is really cool as well. So I'm going to list everything in the description box below in case you happen to be interested, and definitely share your stories with me. My DMs are open, the comments are open. I would love to hear if something like as crazy or crazier happened to you. Anyways, make sure that you subscribe down below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll keep you posted on any new developments. Bye. I know who your mommy and daddy are.